Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Delays and welcome back to Age of Engineering. In the last episode, we were hard at work trying to get the Angel Ring. We went ahead and made the Dark Solarium jet plate with the Dark Solarium thrusters, which was a little bit of a challenge. And I've spent the last hour or so doing some work on here. So as you can see, we have everything but two things. We're just missing two things for this angel ring. The first thing is the Enchanted Ingot, which if we turn around, we're going to store some experience in there. We have everything but one thing, which is of course the hardest, the tungsten steel ingot. And we need a bunch of TechReborn stuff for that, and also some bee stuff. And then the other thing that we're missing is the Ender Star, which requires a bunch of different things that are end related, Ender casing, Nether Star, no, not end related, but still, Ender Crystal, Sentient Ender, and Pulsating Mesh. So yeah, bee stuff. The big thing that we kind of need, though, is in order to get the vacuum freezer, which we need to get the tungsten steel ingot, we need an ice shard, which requires an icy princess, which requires industrious bees. So I've been working on that a little bit, and I noticed that I didn't have any more pristine bees. So I currently have a full, a pure, I guess. I don't even know how you describe it. I guess we're gonna go with pure noble. So it's a noble. It will always produce noble when coupled with noble. So we have a noble bee, and it's perfect. I've also added levers to these guys so that we can turn them on and off as we need to. And you might notice I have a bunch of bees in my inventory, plus a bunch of combs. That is because I went searching for pristine bees. We didn't have any. All of these bees are ignoble, and all of these are pristine. Now, forestry has like a 70% chance or so of like meadows and forest bees being ignoble. And it seems that Ender Princesses are 100% chance that they will be pristine. And then there's some other stuff. Valiants come up when there's like a 70% chance, or a 30% chance, rather, that they'll be Valiant when they pop out, rather than whatever the hive is. So we have a lot of different things, but we're going to put all this stuff away. And in here I have all of the princesses I gathered. I gathered a lot. We're going to throw all of these combs in here. And we're going to go get more later. In fact, let's put that away. Also to kill some mobs because I was running around at night. It's good to kind of search at night because hives actually give off a little bit of light. But the downside to that is, well, you have to run around at night. Not a big deal, but it's a little annoying. One thing to note, by the way, I was also looking for villages. So I found a couple villages, and I didn't find one I wanted. I want some more apiaries, and I don't really want to make them. They're not that hard to make, but they are very annoying. Apiaries. They require impregnated casings, and then it's just wood and slabs. Impregnated casings require just logs, but also seed oil. And seed oil is just a pain to get. There's nothing that really gives you a lot of seed oil unless you want to do tree breeding, and I don't want to do tree breeding. Quite simple. Cherries, if we could get that, but we'd need to get hill cherries, and that's, yeah, like I said, tree breeding. There's a whole thing that's apple, oak, and silver lime, and we actually use this analyzer for the same thing, but it's not fun. Now, I did get a cultivated drone, so I'm trying to breed some cultivated bees, as well as I'm going to try to get another noble that is something we can work with. So the noble with a cultivated will give us majestic, and that will give us imperial. But we need the industrious, so I should probably work on that. But yeah, as you can see, I got a bunch of bees. All of these are pristine. And I even grabbed a bunch of wintry bees because we're going to need those relatively soon. And you know what? We're gonna do something. Let's grab some wood. Let's grab one more piece of wood. so that we can make a crafting station. And we're going to place this out here. I guess just right in the corner. And we're going to make another chest that is going to be for nothing but pristine queens. So all of these are pristine. They're all going to go in here. And that is just to make things a little bit easier for myself. I might want to get a crate, it would seem. So yeah, these guys are all ignoble, so we can just do that. I think no. I don't remember if we can do that or not. Anyways, we have a lot of the Ender princesses, so we're gonna put that one there. That'll work for now. And yeah, so we need to do some work with bees, but I'm not gonna bore you guys with that too much. I'm going to mostly do that off camera, and I'm probably going to switch that to something else. Today's episode is going to be a little bit broken up because we're going to try to get everything we need. So first things first, I have a bunch of refined iron, but before we actually get into that, there is something I want to mention. The Neotech, I think is what this is called. Yeah, Neotech stuff. The electric crucible has upgrade slots. And to use those, actually has information right here. We can make processors, which increase speed, memory, which allows multiple operations, and power supply, which allows it to store more energy. We're going to make a couple of these processors because they're actually really cheap. So there's no reason to. Those machines are just really, really slow. So single core processor to an octa-core processor. That's what we're going to make, and if we want that, we're going to need 2 of the previous, so that's 4 dual, 8 single core, and of course we don't have that much string. That is unfortunate. We're going to have to do something about that, and actually I have a halfway decent idea of what we can do. So one of the ways we can get string is from, well, flax, and flax is actually pretty decent. So what we might want to do is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's get the quad cores. So we're gonna need dandelion yellow. Let's just grab a couple of these guys, and I believe we can crush them into 3. So let's do exactly that. All right, I'm still processing tungsten. We're not going to need this much tungsten for the record, but why not? And then the tungsten should be blast furnace with, yeah, steel. So, not too bad. Anyways, let's get back to making the processor. 3, 4. And then the octa-core, 2. So we put one in, and it would seem that it's going to work. So it's going to use, if we look at this, this one's going to use 300 RF per tick, and it takes 938 ticks. If we put that in there, it's going to use 1200 RF per tick, and it takes 8 ticks. So that is considerably faster. Now if we want to make more of this refined iron ingots, we need steel, and if we get I don't know how much more we're gonna need, so let's just get like 8 more steel. That is so much nicer. That is so quick. Awesome. So that's great. That was well worth it. And the other things we can make are simply just as cheap, really. their memory. So they're DDR1 memory modules, which is stone slabs and iron, and then more slabs and redstones, gold, and diamonds. So really, really easy. And the power supplies are just as easy. Just redstone blocks, actually. A little bit more expensive on that one, but still pretty simple. Okay, this is almost done, so we'll let it finish before we continue on. But what we're going to do first is we're going to make the rolling machine, the blast furnace, and the vacuum freezer, but not the components that we need. Obviously, we can't make the vacuum freezer quite yet. But let's go ahead and put all of this stuff in here, all of that tungsten, and let's go ahead and get the rolling machine. So in order to do that, we're going to need two of these. Two machine blocks, which are really easy to make now. And the rolling machine, there's one. I've already made all the advanced control circuits that we're going to need, at least for the basic machines. So we can get rid of the thruster and the jet plate. That much we can do. And then the rolling machine we just made. So let's go set up the rolling machine. This is the low tier energy, so that means the it'll go with these machines. And I guess we're gonna have to get a glass cable, and we're gonna put it right here. I think. I'm hoping that will work. And of course, I don't have a glass cable over here, so figures. But hopefully, it doesn't explode. It's not that expensive if it does, but it's still annoying. So let's jump back up here. Let's go grab a glass cable. And you know, something I haven't checked in a while. Let's make sure that it's not, broken. Okay, we only have 9 singularities in there. Perfect. That thing is working like a charm, so it's really nice. Rolling machine. It's getting power. And that means we can start rolling stuff. And the blast furnace requires copper nickel heating coils, which is just copper and nickel. We're going to need 2 recipes of that, so 8 of each. Not too difficult. So copper. 8 of those. Nickel. And then we can make the blast furnace. Now the blast furnace requires a little bit more than what we can handle right now. It does require multiple blocks. It's a multi-block structure. And we're also going to need 2 electric furnaces and an advanced machine block. So let's go ahead and get that stuff together. Before I forget, let's go ahead and put this away. And then we can start working on all of this stuff. So we're going to need 2 electric furnaces. And that's going to require 2 iron furnaces. So iron plates times 10. That should not take too long. And then we're going to also need an advanced machine block, which is going to require us to take our advanced alloy and compress them. We're going to just do that for all of them because I don't think this is used for anything. Oh no, it is. The implosion compressor. Just the implosion compressor. So there's the copper nickel heating coils. And you know what? It's easy enough to make these advanced alloys. Let's go ahead and smash them down. We're going to use this because it's going to be better. Oh hey, I have flax seeds in there. Oh man, I'm so glad that I added the little entity frames, the item frames. Alright, so before we do too much more, let's grab a bucket of water. And, I was going to say let's grab a bucket of water and get the flax seeds going, but I don't think so. Anyways, we should be able to make most of this stuff now. So There's one iron furnace. Just got to make the actual furnace now. And there is the second one. We'll make 2 electric furnaces. And then we just need the advanced machine block. And there is the blast furnace. Now that requires medium. Input rate is 128. So that is the tier 2 power, which is these guys. Is the vacuum freezer also that? 64. So this is an output of 128. Oh. The vacuum freezer is a different one. But we can put that there, and that should be fine. So if we put the blast furnace right here, don't explode. Okay. Incomplete multi-block. As you can see, it does require a multi-block structure. And it requires machine casings. And I do believe it's hollow. Yes, it is hollow. So that is where things are going to get trickier. Let's turn that off for right now. And it's going to be a little bit of a 3x3. We're going to have... That was weird. Because I broke them while they were in the ghost block, they did not like that. So we're going to do something like this and have a little bit of an area kind of sticking out for that. The vacuum freezer is going to be similar. But if we look at the guide, it talks about these. So I believe it's the technology age. Yeah, so the grinder. The blast furnace is a 3x3x4 multi-block of reinforcer advanced. Advanced machine casings increase temperature. So that is the key. We're going to need some machine casings from this. And which ones we're going to use? We're going to use reinforced and see how that gets us there, like how bad that is. So it is 8, 16... plus 9 and 9, so that's a lot. 16 plus 18, that is math. 34. So we're gonna need 34, so that is 9 recipes of this. So we're gonna take those out. So we're gonna need, let's just get 20 of these. We need more tantalum and enriched tantalum. I have a little bit of tantalum still kind of laying around. Redstone, let's get 1, 2, 3, 4. And I believe the alloy is iron. Yes, so iron, half a stack. Alright, so this isn't going to be too bad. We're going to smelt up the tantalum. We still have enough of that I'm not going to worry about going and getting more right now. We can, and when we do, we'll use the digital miner. It's a little bit of a pain right now because I don't have this whole system set up properly. We also have some more steel. Enrichment. Energized smelter, go ahead. We'll smelt that later. And we'll put those in there. This should not take all that long. And then we'll have a bunch of the stuff we need. So the reinforced ones also are going to require steel and the advanced steel, the advanced things. So we're going to need a lot of steel actually. Let's go ahead and get the rest of the steel cooking up. And well, after the tantalum, I guess. Let's see, we're going to want steel plates times, like I said, we're going to need 9 recipes of this, so 54. Let's just do 60. And I don't know why I didn't like that, but by the way, we have all these steel nuggets, and these are actually in here. So we're gonna smelt up a bunch more of these, and then we're gonna get these 60 ingots crushed or plated, I guess. And yeah, so I'm hoping that we can get away with just the reinforced. If we need to make some of the advanced, the lead control isn't too bad, but the highly is also not too bad. It's just kind of annoying. We need to do a lot of this stuff anyways, so it doesn't matter too much. Let's go ahead. Turn those. So there's 6 of the machine blocks. And we'll get some more steel cooking up. And yeah, I think we're gonna need some. I think we can get away with just the basic machine casings for the vacuum freezer, so that is good. But we'll see. So it is going to be a little bit of time for this. So I will tell you guys what. Let's go ahead and get some of this other stuff prepared. What did I say we're going to need? 20 of those. Perfect. Okay. So let's go ahead and get some of the stuff prepared for the Ender Star. So we're going to need a stabilized Ender Pearl. So we're going to need End Diamond. So do we have electric diamonds? We do. And then it's obsidian and endstone. And we can just do this right here in our hand. I believe it's like that. There's the end diamond. Alright, so that's the stabilized ender pearl. What else do we need? Everything. We're going to need an ender crystal, which I believe we have automatically created, and a sentient ender, so we're going to need the enderman skull, 2 solarium, a vibrant, 2 silicon, and the solarium, which we don't have any currently, but we can get some pretty easily. Gold. And this should be honestly easy enough. That is different steel. Alloys only. Let's go ahead and get those cooking up. So yeah, we have a bunch of different steel now. Steel might be something we want to make kind of standard. Steel. I think I want the immersive engineering one. So let's go see if we can't get at least a little bit. We'll grab a piece of iron. Half a stack, why not? More steel is always better. More steel is more good. Actually, before we go, we have the solarium we need. And we're going to put this into a drawer and start making steel that way. Actually, there we go. We're going to put more in there, and we have a bunch of coal coke, so we can just dump all that in there as well. Alright, let's go ahead and do the slice and splice and all the stuff we need to do over here at the Ender IO section. So I don't have the slice and splice up, do I? I should still have one, though. Slice and spliced. Let's, I guess for the time being, we're just going to put it down here. And let's get this going. Should be really quick. And we're going to put the steel into the one thing. And then this thing, in order to turn it into the sentient, we need a witch. Alrighty then, that is kind of a pain. So we'll have to find a witch. That's okay. I can deal with that. So that is... For the time being, that's what we got to do. That is almost done. Let's grab most of the stuff back. Oops. Click the wrong thing. Alright, so let's go ahead and put the steel in here. Just so that it's constantly, the same. And what else do we need for this ender star? So we're going to need the pulsating mesh, which we need more pulsating propolis, and an ender casing. So that is going to require 2 more of these. And then all we need is a witch and a nether star. So that's not too bad. Okay. The only thing now that I want to kind of focus on is, can we make some wither-proof stuff? I believe this stuff cannot be blown up by withers, but it is fairly expensive. It requires reinforced stone, which is a pain. Reinforced obsidian also requires it. Ugh. Why you gotta do this, game? The other option is Lanzolite, which also requires reinforced stone. That's really annoying. I have to say, that's really annoying. So, we have some wither skulls. We have, there's one other thing that is witherproof that probably doesn't say it. Draconium infused obsidian also requires reinforced stone. Great. Alright, well, whatever. Let's get some soul sand. And this is something we're going to probably want to do relatively soon. And we're going to need 9 of those. We need a witch. Okay, so I'll tell you guys what. This is what I'm going to do. I am going to do a little prep. Basically, work towards... I'm going to go find a witch. I'm going to farm up some reinforced stone, which, if you don't remember, requires a CF sprayer. And then... Hey, we're out of clay. Interesting. Are we like completely out of clay, or just... No, we're not completely out of clay. We just need to... I wonder. Haha. We're gonna do that, because that makes more sense. So we're gonna get some CF powder. 32. Divisible by 8. That is the best way to do that. With the CF sprayer, and then we're going to need iron scaffolding, which I have a little bit of, but let's get a bunch of iron going. This stuff is really annoying to make. So you place the scaffolding down, and I'm going to do it in a 3x3 so I can easily break it with the drill. You come over here to your handy dandy fluid solid canning machine. Fluid enrich. And then you add water. So that's it, but this stuff is an absolute pain. You know what? We have distilled water there. I want to find... We probably should get a couple of things. We should probably get another tank. One that hopefully has nothing in it. And then we should be able to get just a ton of water from this. Perfect. And then right here we're going to push water in there, and it's going to work, and it's going to be great. Now I just need to grab some overclockers and speed it up. Perfect. So this will fill up the CF sprayer, so it's 6, 7, 8. And then it's not that much to spray the scaffolding, but I'm going to go ahead and make a bunch of this stuff so that we can make some weatherproof blocks. And that is really expensive. Reinforced obsidian is a lot easier, so that's what we're going to use. Reinforced obsidian. If I can spell reinforced obsidian. Alright, so I'm going to get the witch. I'm going to go back to the end and find some more stuff. I'll probably bring you guys back in once I'm in the end, but I'm going to find a witch. I'm going to get... what else do we need to do? I'm going to get most of this stuff prepped. I'm going to make sure that we can use just reinforced machine casings before we do anything else. And I'm going to continue working on the bees. So I will be back once that all is done. And yeah, we should be able to get the angel ring today. Hopefully, if I can do enough bee work. So be back once it's a little bit closer being done. Alright, so it's a little bit later and I'm mostly ready to begin crafting the rest of the stuff. But before I do, I've been out exploring and searching for witches and villages to try to get some apiaries and bees. And I came across this. Just a random chest floating on a tree. And looked at it, there is a stone AIoT all-in-one tool. That's what it is. A stone all-in-one tool, some leather armor, and some bones. So this is the first time I've ever seen something like this, and it's very obviously just a randomly generated thing, but it was really kind of weird, and I thought I'd show it off. But yeah, I've been exploring around. The map kind of messes up sometimes. To give you an idea, our overworld home base is right over here, with the map messing up on the other side. The end portal, which is kind of what I'm going to end up going towards, and I'm going to bring you guys back in once we're in the inn. We'll collect some bees and then head back home, but I need to find a witch first, and I did a little bit of exploration before, and somewhere, I think it's farther this way, I went a long way. I found a witch's hut right here. So worst case scenario, I can go back there, but I'm hoping I can find another one. That's why I'm kind of exploring these swamps a little bit more. But I thought I'd bring you guys in and show you off of this random chest in the middle of nowhere. By the way, I did find some bee stuff, but I'm looking for an apiary. I'm probably going to grab a couple of apiary villagers at some point. And good news, we are very close to collecting the industrious and imperial drones, bees, I guess. So once we have those, it should be pretty easy from there. We are going to need to crossbreed the industrious, I believe, with an snowy winter hive bee, but we'll do that later. So I'm going to keep on exploring, and I will bring you guys back in once we get to the end. So yeah, see you there. And here we are in the end. So it didn't take me too long to get the witch soul that I needed. And now we can start collecting mysterious combs, which we need to get the pulsating propolis. And we need 5 of those, so we need, since it's a 100% chance, we need 4 more. So I figured I'd bring you guys back in for this, just because it can be a little bit dangerous. And it is also going to send us right back to spawn, so that's good. And we can get going on most of this other stuff. So I did find a lot more villages, including one that had some shady merchants. Don't trade with them. I think there's a very small chance. So if you're not familiar, the shady merchants offer really good trades. It's like Oh, a diamond for, or an emerald for a diamond, or like, I saw one that was 3 emeralds for a dragon egg, and one was like 7 emeralds for a nether star, or something like that. You know, really, really good looking trades, but most of them are fake. And I believe there is a chance that they will actually give you a real trade. And this is the main reason I actually brought you guys in. I have a bad feeling about this. I think we might have to go somewhere else. Unless we can find stuff down there. Might not be a bad idea to go look. But we don't want to fall into the void, obviously. I don't see any others. We can always pillar back up. So there is a ledge right down here. Let's come down here and Peridot. Don't care about that. Not a big fan of that gym in general, but looks like we're gonna have to head back up top unless this comes around. What is that? There looks to be like some bedrock down there. I want to go vaguely look at that, because that's really interesting, to be honest. Looks like we might have to go to the outer islands, which is fine. We're not going to spend too much time here, but yeah, the shady merchants, they offer really good trades, but most of the time they're fake. They're cardboard, they're fake items. They don't do what they say they do. Yeah, what? I saw something down there. Or is that where we died the one time? And is that a bunch of cobblestone? That's a bunch of cobblestone. Okay. So let's search a little bit more, because we have 3. We just need 1 more comb. And if we can get 1 more comb, I do believe we have enough. But just in case, let's grab an ender pearl. And uh-oh, he's mad. I'm not too worried though. Yeah, we'll grab a couple ender pearls forcefully if we need to. And let's go ahead and head over into the outer areas. I don't know what to call them. The end islands, I guess. This is an end island. There's multiple, like, I don't know. I don't know what the actual terminology is, but yeah, I think we'll be best to head out there as I nearly walk off the ledge. Yeah, because I don't see anything. So let's go ahead and I guess just circle this. And head off to the end islands. And what we're going to do is we're just going to find the comb that we need and call it a day. So yeah, I like coming up here so that we can ender pearl relatively safely. And I would think that we'd go through. But we didn't. That was really strange. Alright. You know, maybe it'll be better to get really close. And it's kind of neat. We can almost spiral staircases, but let's just make it nice and easy to get up by making it a actual spiral staircase. So yeah, the shady merchants, I think they have a very small chance in actually giving you the item they say they are. But most of the times they don't, and then they pop an invisibility potion and run away. They're not nice people. But that being said, I don't know why it didn't go through. We can handle the rest of the stuff. So we just need to there we go. I don't know why that was so hard, but whatever. Anyways, we are way out here now. We should be able to get a few more pulsating meshes. I don't know how much we're going to need of these, but it's nice to have a few extras. And then we can just head back home pretty quickly, pretty easily. So we have the 4. Let's go ahead and grab all 5, or just grab like the 2 that I can see right next to each other. And then we'll head home and start working on everything else. So I don't know for sure if we are going to actually get the angel ring today. We're going to try. We'll see how long it takes me. But this episode is starting to get pretty long, so I don't want to take it too much more time. But I do need to get a little bit more in terms of what's it called? Let's go ahead and charge border back home. I still need to get a little bit more of the bee stuff done, and I would like another apiary. The question is how I want to actually go about that. Whether I want to make it myself, which we can, thanks to something we got. So I raided a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of things in my inventory, and we're gonna set the bee stuff down for a moment. So let's get all the bee stuff in there. And yeah, so we have the witch soul. We can do what we need to with that. I'm gonna put this stuff in here because I like to have it in there. And let's drop off everything that we don't need currently. So yeah, one of the things I got, this was from a village, is I got 2 hill cherry saplings. And hill cherries are really, really good, really important too. So we're going to grow those. We're just going to let those sit. And while we wait, we're going to make a couple of things. So first of all, I'd like to point out that we have, hopefully these guys are good. Common cultivated, there's a common industrious, common industrious. We got 2 common industrious. We might take you and do something with that. Then here we have some majestics. Purebred majestics, majestic imperial, majestic imperial. So we can continue working towards getting what we want. And so part of that is we're going to take a wintry bee. Also, by the way, I have these ready to basically do the same thing the noble and the cultivated ones are, which is production mode. All we have to do is kind of get the stuff we need. Also, all of the combs I've ran through here, so we have some crystalline pollen clusters, snowballs, diorite, andesite, and stone dust from the rocky combs, I believe. And I was looking at the frames because that's the other reason why we're going to want to have a Apier's villager here. So let's grab our Ender Resonator. We'll get the soul thing done, so we can get the sentient ender thing. I actually don't remember what it's called. I think it's called a sentient ender. So we switch these out. We'll just use our own levels. And I'm just going to go ahead and kill the Enderman. Cool. And then I can give it that. And it should have put the other thing into the system. So next time I'm in the overworld, I'm going to head out and grab an Apier's and hopefully that'll help. Let's grab our pulsating propolis. We only need 4, so that will give us the mesh, and then we just need to get a another star. So that is actually going to be a little bit easier than might seem at first. Primarily because, so yeah, we have everything, which that was a sentient ender. Okay, I was right. We can make witherproof blocks, and I decided to go with Lonzolite because it's pretty cheap and we can make half a stack of this stuff. 34 to be exact. So not too bad. We're going to go somewhere decently far away, and I would like to have, I have some shurikens. I have a crossbow as well, but the crossbow was super duper slow. I thought I had some shurikens. Might be in my bag. Let's take a look. Yes, we have pretty good shurikens, although we need to make them a little bit better. And we'll do that soon. Enough. So what we're going to want to do, let's, I think it might be better to go into the overworld, because if it doesn't die, we can deal with it later. But we need to kill a wither. And we also need to do some other things. And I'm going to make this out of Lonzolite. I'm going to have to break this down later. But we're going to make a very, very small area for the wither to actually be in. And we're going to get away from our house a little bit. Not that it actually matters, but it's nice and flat here. So we're going to want to do something like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then a space for the head. Oh yeah, this stuff does not break too badly, so we can do something like this. If I put a wither skull here, can do that, and just try to make this as simple as we can without it able to get out. Put 3 blocks here. And I think that'll be fine. We'll put some more blocks around, because I don't want this guy to fly out. That is the biggest concern. And so hopefully this will be good enough. Put those there. And we're gonna put 2 on there. Okay, so here goes something. So there's the wither. Please stay in there. And if not, we're doomed. Oh, great. Well, that didn't work. Luckily, we are basically invincible. Except for throwing my sword down. Because, yeah, we're taking the calculator. So this is just going to destroy the desert. We just need to not lose our armor, hopefully. Yeah, so note to self, we need more Lonzolite when we want to start, you know, defeating the wither permanently. And nothing broke. We're fine. Everything's fine. Let's grab our magnet. Grab all the blocks that are around here. Alright, so that did not go as well as I had hoped, but it went well enough. Now, while we're over here, I'll come back and get this later, I think. Let's go ahead and grab our villager that we want to do. He should be right over in this village. I think there's an apiarist. If not, we need to go somewhere else. But what I'm looking for is just somebody that has the thing that we need, which is well, the apiaries. So is there an apiarist guy here, a beekeeper dude? There is the foresty guys, but I don't see one. Okay, let's head on home. Backup is causing a little bit of lag, unfortunately. And with this, we should be able to make the Ender Star. Alright, one more thing done. There's not much more to do, but we are getting to kind of a difficult point, and we are getting close to the end of the episode. So let's go ahead and put the Ender Star where it goes. And this is all the stuff we're going to need for the, well, the rest of the stuff we need. So let's grab all this. And first things first, we need to go make better stuff. So I did a little bit of testing off camera in a creative world. And turns out we need to have more heat than what the reinforced casings can do. So we need to go upgraded to the advanced casings. And that was sounding very weird. Yeah, I've been having some tick rate issues today for whatever reason. I'm not entirely sure why. But we'll let that run. And we need to make the advanced machine blocks, 9 of those. And then we'll turn those into the highly advanced machine blocks with some chrome and titanium, which we actually have plenty of. And then the only thing we need now is the elite reinforced, which is what we're making over here with the better control circuits, or alloys rather. We need the better control circuits. And so this will be done here in just a moment, and then we can get on with it. So once we have that, we're actually pretty close to being done. We can get rid of the Ender Star. So there's only just the Enchanted Ingot, and that just requires making the vacuum freezer. So I'm going to work on that off camera. I'm going to get the bees taken care of. We're not going to get to the Angel Ring today, unfortunately, but we made good progress, and we're going to make our first major machine that is from TechReborn. Yeah, TechReborn. I can never remember if it's TechReborn or Neotech. But we need the elite control circuits, and I got 4 too many, which that's correct because numbers. We needed 36, and then we should be able to make the advanced machine casings. So there is supposed to be a way, we might have to do it, I don't know if we will, but we need to place these guys down, and we need to put lava in the center, because that will give us more heat, and we should have 2 extra machine casings, which is good because we're going to need to make one more recipe of that for the freezer if the the one thing is supposed to be believed. The what is it called? The guidebook. So we need 2 buckets of lava. Nothing too major here, but we can put one there, and that increases the heat capacity of the blast furnace. And we'll put the other one in here, and then cap it off, and that should be everything that needs to be done. And I realize that some of the lag that just happened is probably because of the server backup. It's a shame that it happens every once in a while, but it does. So yeah, there we go. The blast furnace is ready. So if we look at the recipes, we can make titanium, We can make aluminum in here. We can make tungsten, chrome, blocks of steel with iron and coal in 70 seconds, which is not too bad. Galenia can give us stuff. 25 seconds for single things of steel. And then what we're after, which is the hot tungsten steel. So yeah, this is pretty cool, and it should work. It has max heat. That's all we need to do. So that's where we're going to go ahead and leave it off for today. I'm going to go grab some, I'm going to try to breed the wintry with the industrious to get an icy bee, and that will give us ice shards, and that's what we need for the vacuum freezer. So that's kind of the plan. I'm going to work with bees, and for the vacuum freezer itself, we're going to need, it said 6 advanced machine casings, so I'm going to make one more recipe of this, and then I will also prepare the other recipe, which is the reinforced machine casings. We're going to need a few of these. That is not nearly as bad. So, and it's a 3x3x3 hollow, so that is, what, 26 blocks? I believe we're going to need 20, so we're going to need 5 recipes of these. So nothing too awful. I'm going to get those recipes ready, and next time hopefully we can make the Enchanted Ingot and then the Angel Ring. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!